Welcome, Grant Cardone here on the Cardone Zone and real estate investing made simple. The phones are ringing already because you guys know I come to you every Monday, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to talk about your money. Today we're going to talk about how to 2x your returns. This is what we offer at Cardone Capital. We look for properties that 2 and 3x returns. I'm going to show you the simple math behind this, and if you pay attention, for those who do pay attention, you will see the magic and the power of real estate through leverage, rent risings, appreciations, depreciations. You control an asset that produces cash flow. With cash flow, time, appreciation, and the fact that you are getting leverage will allow you to 2x your money, okay? Now, I'm going to take what I consider, and I talk about this in our real estate book. If you haven't got your copy, by the way, I know a lot of you screaming out there. By the way, I don't have my book, guys. Where's my book? Can somebody grab my book? So, How to Create Wealth Investing in Real Estate. There it is right over there. Look at it, man. I got let me have some more copies. Give me more than one copy, my brother, okay? We're sending out 2,000 and 3,000 of these a day, okay? This is the most successful book launch I have ever had in my career. How to Create Wealth Investing in Real Estate. If you have not gotten your book yet, it is coming, I promise you. Okay, we had 30,000 orders in 3 weeks. So I got to catch up, and I'm doing that. So one of the things I talk about there in the book is your ideal first deal. Your ideal first deal, and by the way, I'm creating an entire program in video that you guys can have access to and own, okay, by the same name, How to Create Wealth Investing in Real Estate. Probably going to be 15 to 20 hours long. What's going on, guys?
No, we're good.
And what I'm going to do in this program, what I'm going to do today is show you how to double your money. What I do in the program and in the book is I talk about how to pick your first deal and make it ideal. Your first deal should be 32 units. That deal is going to cost you about $4 million. Before you shut down, I had a guy do this that works for me this weekend. He said to me, we're driving in the car back from an event I was doing with my friend Damon John, West Palm Beach. Driving back, and he's like, well, I'm looking at 2 units. It's a VA loan. I said, bud, did you read the book? Yeah, I read it. 2 units will not make you money. He's like, yeah, but Grant, both of them rent for $2,000 times 2. That's $4,000. The building's $485,000. Okay, I'm going to get a 100% loan on $485,000. He's breaking every rule that I've told him, and he read my book, and he works with me. I'm like, dude, you're so stupid. Let me show you how this works. This $485,000 loan, okay, is going to cost you. Can somebody do 485 times 0.0615? Because I don't know where my calculator is. 485 times 0.0615, okay? Watch how this works. Divided $29,000 a year, divided by 12, $2,400 a month. His payment's going to be $2,400 a month before insurance. Okay, before the P&I, before the PMA, some bullshit they put in there to dink you at the bank because you put no money down. He didn't put any money down on this. He's going to pay $2,485 a month. He's like, yeah, and I'm getting $4,000. I'm getting $4,000, right? Watch. In income. Yeah, that's before the insurance, before the taxes, before the property taxes, before the but it's new, Grant. Good. What happens when one of your peeps moves out? What happens when the economy freaking collapses? Okay, things get tough. This guy moves out, moves into his buddy. John and Jill. Let's pay attention here, guys. Okay, a lot going on. Okay, let's pay attention. Okay, now you got one guy paying you $2,000, and the deal that was making $4,000 is losing $2,000. The deal's probably losing. Now it's going to be losing what? No, not two, because that's your payment. This is your payment right here. And now you only got one of them rented. Now you got to go find a renter. That costs advertising dollars. You're collecting $2,000. You're paying out $2,485 a month. And thus we have an issue. Everything's cool the first month. Tom's like, I'm all right, man. I can pay $600 a month the first month. Second month, oh my God, oh my God. Third month, he lowers the rent in his second unit that's not full. And the people in the first unit say, if you're going to lower it for them, you got to lower it for me. And now all the freaking house of cards comes down because he broke all the rules, okay? He went 2 units. He's dependent upon 2 tenants. He should be dependent upon 32 tenants, okay? The more you can spread across the top here, the better off you are. The more narrow this number is here. Number of units matter, okay? Your first deal should be $4 million. You should put $1 million down, and Tom's like, I don't have $1 million. I'm like, okay, that's fine, dude. But you're better off spending your time figuring out where to get the mill than you are figuring out how an easy way to do the deal. What if I could show you how to double the million? See, this is the difference. If you pick the right deals, if you discipline to pick the right deals, that's what's wrong with Crowd Street and Yield Street and all the little places you can go crowdfunding online. And it's easy for you guys to throw some money into it, but you don't even know the dude that's picking the deal. 32 units. That should be your first deal. If you can't do a deal that size, you should invest with somebody that's doing 32 units. Or 320 units, because again, this is the most powerful number there is, the 0. Zeros change everything. They make time possible. 32 units, you got a chance. I'm going to show you when we come back from break what these 32 units should produce in gross income, NOI, how much debt they can pay, and how you would take your $1 million and in the next 5 years, double it to $2 million. And have a non-taxable evento and collect the cash flow while you wait. My name's Grant Cardone. You are in the Cardone zone. Today we talking real estate. This will be our third fund. It's a $40 million fund. So we're giving people a chance now to say, hey, I want to be involved in big, giant real estate deals that pay money. These are deals that are doing anywhere from 160 to 200% returns. You put $1 million into a deal and you're coming out with $2 to $3 million, but it's going to take 10 years. This is not get rich quick, okay? If you're taking notes, write this down. Don't do the get rich quick, man. Go for the get rich for sure. I don't need to get rich quick. I want to get rich for sure. So I'm going to go from 4,000 units. How many do you think I should go to? I'm going to go to 40,000 units. This is what I'm going to do, and this is why I'm going to do this. I'm going to go to 40,000 units, and I'm going to get the whole world involved in it. You're either going to invest with me, or you're going to actually help me raise these funds. Okay, so when you see me on social media talking about other stuff, anything that you see me talking about, what I'm doing is building an audience so I can allow people to get in a vehicle to where everybody gets rich. Because let me tell you something, if you want to make happy customers for life, make them money.
Marco Santarelli of Narada Real Estate is the foremost expert in getting your money to work for you. At Narada, most people do not have the time to invest or do the work it takes to grow their wealth. Marco and his team will handle it. Working in 16 markets nationwide, Marco and his team will help set up a strategy to take you through step-by-step how to invest your money the right way and get you earning 8% returns from day one. If you need financing, we have it handled. The inspection for your property, if you need titles done, we have it handled. This is a one-stop shop to get you involved in the real estate game. Narada Real Estate and Marco Santarelli will ensure that you have what you need to start investing the right way. To learn more, visit naradarealestate.com. That's naradarealestate.com. Marketing and promotion is the lifeblood of your business. Have you tried Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, and have no clue why you're not getting leads, followers, or any traction? Have you worked with other agencies and then nothing happened? 10X Productions, Grant Cardone's digital advertising agency, is now available for you to get on track with social media lead generation, full-scale training, and production. We'll get you the leads and give you the training to understand your social media and how to build a brand better. Just go to cardoneadvertising.com. That's cardoneadvertising.com to get your free marketing assessment, and we will get you on the road to the right marketing and all of your business needs. Visit Cardone Advertising right now.
Hey, welcome back to the Cardone Zone. Today we're looking for doubles with your real estate. How do you buy real estate and expect to double? Let me just share the math with you. Let's say you find 32 units. That's your ideal first deal. Don't worry about how to get the money down right now. Worry about finding the first deal. You guys should put more energy into the right deal than to, oh, I don't have the money. Y'all put so much, I ain't got the money. I can't find the money. I don't have the money. I don't have this. Find the right deal. You'll find the money. I know you guys think, wait, I got to find the money first. Look, listen to a guy that already knows how to do this. Quit thinking for yourself. In the beginning, you shouldn't think for yourself. You should look and see what the successful people are doing, not what everybody's doing. There's only a handful of successful people. For every 100 people you meet, 1 or 2 people know what the hell they're doing. 98 people, 50 of them like, I know what I'm doing. They don't know what they're doing. They're going to go broke in the next cycle. Okay? So 32 units, let's say it's $4 million. That's $125,000 a door. It's got to be a decent property, folks. If it's not a decent property, don't do the deal. If you can buy it for less than that, great. So you buy it for $80,000 a door. Maybe you're in the Midwest and you can buy something for $60,000 to $80,000 a door. 80 times 32 is $2.1 million. You want me to bring the numbers down so everybody can sleep better? Oh, I can think about $2.4 million better than 4. Now I'm all comfy. Okay, good. You still need to come up with $800,000 down. It's still big money. But the point is, find the right deal first, okay? So let's go back to this terrible scenario that nobody can put their head around. You're going to finance $3 million, okay? Now, there's 2 ways to look at the money on $2 million. First of all, I know this deal, let's say it's a 6 cap. 6 cap means what? It's going to return me an NOI. I'm showing you how to double the money. This is the only way to double money. Oh, I can't find my money down. What you should be doing is figuring out how you can get a property to double in value. You asked the wrong questions. The NOI on a $4 million deal is $240,000. That's at a 6 cap. If it's a 7 cap, it's going to be $280. If it's an 8 cap, it's going to be $320, right? You understand the cap rate? If you don't, call in. I'll show you how to do the deal. If you're looking at deals and they don't work, call in. I'll look at the deal. Okay? Now I'm going to give you 2 scenarios here. This is the NOI, net operating income. The only way to double your money, you put $4 million. It's a $4 million deal. You put $1 million down and you finance $3 million. Okay? I'm going to give you 2 scenarios here. I'm going to give you an interest-only scenario, and I'm going to give you a principal and interest scenario. Interest only. Have I lost you guys? Because if I lost you already, you should not be investing by yourself. You're not ready yet. Invest with somebody who knows what they're doing if you're lost, okay? $3 million times 4.5. Let's do 4.5 today, okay? I just did 100 and, what did I do? You saw what I did. What's 108 plus 39 million? $147 million. I just got $147 million from Fannie Mae. They sent me the check on the 31st. Biggest month of my life. 147 bucks and 147 million in 1 month. I'm rich. Motherfucker rich. Hey, and no taxes on it. Did I say that? Okay, good. You got to know what you're doing, man. If you guys don't know what you're doing, get ready. Know what you're doing so when you find the right deal, bam, you can take it down, okay? 3 million times 0.0455. I got my money this morning. That's $136,500, okay? Principal and interest on this money is going to be 3 million times 0.0615. That's 184,000, okay? So these 2 deals are going to make what? They're going to make, one of them's going to make 103,000, I think. Is that right? 103, yeah, that's right. And the other one's going to make 56,000. One of them's got a 10% return. I like that deal right there, man. That means you got to get interest only on your debt. That means you got to buy a deal big enough so the bank will give you an interest-only loan. That way this thing cash flows 10% a year for 5 years. I have 50% of my money back. I'm almost there. All I want to do is double. How much do I need to sell this deal for it to double? If I get 10% a year for 5 years, and I want to double my money, how much money do I need to sell the deal for in order to double my money? Anybody know?
1.5?
No. I need to sell it for $4.5 million. If I didn't get any cash flow, I would need to sell the deal for $5 million. To double my money, this does not have to go to $8 million. This needs to go to $2 million. If I get cash flow, this doesn't even need to go to $2 million. That is the power of real estate. Okay? So watch what happens. I paid $4 million. You guys go back and watch these shows. I put $1 million down. I know it seems impossible. There's somebody on this planet that will give you $1 million, okay? Trust me, it might be me. I should have got 149 of them this morning. I give you one, still have 146 left. Damn, I'm rich. I'm rich because I invest in real estate. I ain't rich because I work hard. I'm rich because I invest in real estate. I'm laughing about it because shit, dude, if you got a check for 150, would you be laughing? Shit, you'd be wiggling. Y'all be out drinking this morning, okay? So watch this. The $1 million down, if it pays me, let me see what I said here. You with me on this? Okay, if it pays me, let's say there's no cash flow. Let's say it's $50,000 a year because I got a principal and interest times 5. That's $250,000, right? I put $1 million down. I got $250 back from my cash flow. How much do I need to sell the property for? How much do I need to sell the property for to double my money? 4,750,000. Now the question is, how much do I need to raise the rents to get another 750? Because that's the only way you're going to sell the property. If I divide the 750 divided by 0.06, it's going to tell me, times 0.06, $750,000. Is that what I'm saying? Yeah, 750 times 0.06. I need to raise the NOI $45,000 a year. That's all I got to do, man. Divided by 12. All I got to do is raise the damn N-O and the I $3,700 a month. That's all I got to do. Now, if I got an interest-only loan, I wouldn't even have to do all that. I'm going to take some callers. Oh, by the way, what do I need to do to improve the rents that month? All I got to do is improve the rents about $75 to $100 a month per unit. That's all I got to do. Did I buy a property where I can raise the rents? Because if you're buying property where you can't raise the rents, guess what? You bought the wrong deal, cowboy. You got to have a picker. You got to know how to pick. That's why you guys go look on Yield Street, Crowd Street, Bullshit Street. Who's picking something other than the nose? Most people are just picking people's pockets. Yeah, we're going to buy this deal. Yeah, we're going to buy that deal. Yeah, we're going to buy that deal. You can go on their website and see 17 different types of deals. They're picking their ass. They're picking, like, oh, let's pick that one. Let's pick this one. Let's buy a warehouse. Let's buy retail. Let's buy a ship. Let's buy a business. And then they let you in it. We don't do that, man. At Cardone Capital, we pick very selective deals. All apartments in great locations that cash flow. Stay with me.
Based out of Jacksonville, Florida, this family-owned husband and wife team of realtors is there to serve you, track every process step by step, get you from contract into your new home or out of your current home sold and on the market. Chad and Sandy Newman will take you, market your home, and make sure that you will receive the best customer service ever. They're going to sell your property above market value in 30 days or less. With over 12 years of experience, this team is there for you. To learn more, go to chadandsandy.com. That's chadandsandy.com right now. Wealth Dynamics is an independent wealth creation firm. We have products and services that help you make money, keep money, and multiply money. You cannot build wealth without doing all three of these things. We save our clients 25% on debt, insurance, taxes, and investment fees, increase income by 30%, guarantee tax-free liquid savings with cash flow banking, and secure 8 to 10% fixed annual returns on your investments without Wall Street. On average, we can do this in the first 90 days of working with you. Simply schedule a free consultation with a wealth coach. Our services often cost you nothing more than what you're already spending. Go to wealthdynamics.com/contact to schedule your free consultation.
Chris Root of Hustle Wholesaling.
Chris is in the interesting real estate space, but he's figured out a little niche of it, flipping deals, what he calls wholetailing and wholesaling.
I want to show you how to get into real estate without making all the mistakes I have.
He actually doesn't own the real estate. What he does is he buys a contract. He basically, you don't actually buy the contract, you control the contract.
Correct.
Visit chrisroot.com to book a call right now.
Automatons, or artificial beings capable of independent thought, have been a fixture of science fiction, literature, and motion pictures throughout time.
Today, the convergence of technology and imagination has reached new heights, which are reflected in the advancements that we see in every area of our lives. Over the last couple of years, AI machines have made their way into our homes, the battlefield, our workplace, and even into our hands in the form of smartphones with voice recognition. Digital assistants for the home represent an opportunity if you know how to take advantage of them. That is where Nico's Computer Engineering comes in. Tim Clark brings you the latest news about the most up-to-date strategies to position yourself in the digital landscape, finding a path to productive business applications and how to automate them with artificial intelligence are just a few of the topics we cover in our weekly segments.
Nico's Computer Engineering is here to find a unique solution for you.
Hey, welcome back to the Cardone Zone. Grant Cardone here talking to you about real estate. The phones are full, right? We got them full. We got them slammed, okay? Check it out. This is what I'm talking about. How do you double your investment, okay? If you put $4 million, if you bought a deal for $4 million, this is the price, and you put, this is your down payment, okay? Your down payment. You put down $1 million. How do you double your million? How do I get $1 million back? How do I get my million back and $1 million? Number one, don't lose money. Number two, pick properties that are big enough that can sustain time. Three, get you some cash flow. There's only a couple ways to do this. You get cash flow, the cash flow that exists on the property right now, put $1 million down. I should be buying deals that get me 6%, maybe 10%. In this example, if I get to 10%, it only takes me 5 years to get half my money back. It takes me 10 years and I got all my $1 million back. Now I got to go sell something. Right? If I got 20% of my money, it would only take me 5 years. I explain all this in the book, by the way, and I even go into more detail in the real estate program. So if you want to grab that, go to grantcardone.com/program. It's not out yet, but you get a pre-sale price, and we're going to do a 2-day event here in Miami right after the 10X Growth Conference. I'll give you a ticket to that as well. Okay? So watch. If I raise the rents, the only way to make money in real estate is to get lucky or raise the rents. By the way, I've done both. I've gotten lucky. I bought stuff at the right time, the right place, and just got lucky. I don't mind getting lucky, but it's easy to get lucky when you got an asset that can't disappear. You get lucky with Bitcoin, yeah, you can be lucky for a little while, and then it goes away. See, I'm not lucky with tulips. I'm not lucky with I'm not lucky with the lottery. I'm lucky with assets that I know, dude, there's no bet here. It's a good location, good property. This property behind me right here, it's in Orlando, Florida. Orlando ain't going away. If Orlando goes away, your fucking city is going away. If they get rid of Mickey Mouse and Donald the Duck, trust me, you ain't around either. And you know the Taliban had something to do with it. Okay, so look, $25 a month rents gets me $9,000 a year. $50 a month increase in rents, $50. I could see myself raising rents at $50 just because I bought it. I bought it for John. John's been there 15 years. John didn't raise the rents over the last 15 years. You know why? Because he don't need to. His cost basis is low. You understand? He's making money at the property because he bought it 15 years ago before we raised the rents. He's like, man, I'm good at $650 a month. I go in, I buy it for a higher price. I have to raise the rents. So what do? Natalie, you got to pay another $50, babe. Oh my God, I can't believe, I ain't giving her nothing. John's talking about washers and dryers and refrigerators. I don't need to give her nothing. I need to look for properties where the rents haven't risen with the market because the cost basis from the other guy is so little. See, this guy paid $1.8 million for the property. He sells it to me for $4 million. He didn't have to His rents can stay low and he's still making money. He doesn't want to raise the rents on Natalie because she's been there 36 months. He's like, I don't want to bother anybody. I'm making money, man. But I come along and say, bro, why don't you make a bunch of money right now? He takes my $4 million and then I go raise Natalie's rents. Maybe I raise him $50. Maybe I raise him $75. I could see myself raising rents $75 in Orlando. Guy's paying $650. I take him to $7.25. Is that possible? How about here in Miami? Here in Miami, he's paying $1,100. Could I take him to $1,200 this month, or leave? One of the two. I'm gonna put somebody else in that property. Okay, $1,200 now, not $1,100. The other guy didn't need to be at $1,200. I might need to be at $1,300. I bought properties. I've raised them $300 in the first 90 days. But watch what happens here. This is how you grow money. $36,000 extra a year. If I only raise the rents $100, $36,000 extra NOI. If the entire amount, because I'm disciplined and I manage my cost and my expenses, if the entire amount hits the bottom line, which it could, by the way, just because I raised Natalie's rent doesn't mean it costs me more. Natalie, the rent's going up. I'm already paying for the cost of running the property. Everybody agree? My electric bill does not go up because I raise her rent. That's $600,000 in improved value on that property. Now, I could go buy washers and dryers. I go buy a washer and dryer. Let's say a washer and dryer cost me $1,100. Dude, I want another $1.25 for that. I want another $1.25 over that 100 that I've been giving her. You understand? Because I want that $1.25. I want that $1.25. I need that thing to be worth like $1,440 in the first year. I get 100% return on my money, man. I invest $1,100, get $1,400 back. Would you do that deal? I get $2,500 back in the first year for buying a washing machine and dryer. Damn, I'm buying it. In fact, what I might do is not buy the damn thing. I might just rent it for $25 a month or $50 a month and bang her for 11. Oh, by the way, I am going to be banging her. Okay. You got to learn this game, folks. Let me tell you something, man. When the stock market rolls over by 9 or 10,000 points and Bitcoin falls apart or whatever bullshit you bet on every day, okay, or when your legs go out because you can't go out on the road anymore and sell, you're going to want to be involved in real estate, okay? It's a real asset. It inflates over time. When the rents go up, your value goes up, okay? When the rents go up, it pays down the debt down. If I keep this thing 30 years, what do I owe on it? If I finance it for 30 years, and I pay, and we're going to take the first caller, okay? I paid $4 million. I bought it for $4 million. I put $1 million down. I earned 10% a year for 30 years. If the rents never go up, which would be impossible, I mean, for the last 2,000 years on this planet, rents have gone up. Even Moses had to pay more rent, and he was connected to Jesus. Okay? Okay, 30 years from now, what do I owe on this property? I don't owe anything on it. Who paid the $3 million down? Natalie did. And I threw her ass out because she wouldn't pay for the washing machine and dryer. She didn't appreciate my property that needed to appreciate. So I could depreciate it. Okay, let's talk to the callers. Charlie, do you have a deal or do you have a question?
I got a deal for you, Grant.
Bring it on, ding dong.
All right, so we got 148 units.
Oh, love it. All right.
$4,958,000.
$4,958,000. Okay.
And a 7% vacancy.
Yeah, that's
growth
fine.
is 742,305 with an NOI of 332,326.
How much?
And what it is
What's the NOI?
it's 332,326.
Okay, good. That's awesome, dude. Great deal. Okay, so it sounds like a great
And what
deal.
it is, it's a portfolio deal. There's 3 different properties. I'm 1031 exchanging a 40-unit property and a 6-plex I got, wrapping it up and doing an exchange on this. And just wanted to get your input on the deal. It's currently income restricted property, so the NOI should only go up
Yeah.
next
So
several
so
years.
this is exactly. Is it Mike? No, Charlie. Yeah, Charlie. This is exactly what I tell people to do, man. If you got 3 or 4 different properties, portfolio, sell them, put them together. This guy is doing what I tell people to do. Put these small deals together so you got a big number. You want the 148. I would like you to have all 148 at one property though. Now, that being said, let me look at the deal. $34,000 a unit. That tells me something. I mean, in Miami, I can't get it permitted for $34,000 a unit. Like if I wanted to build a new deal, just the paperwork would cost me $34,000 a unit. What part of the world are you in?
This is in the Midwest here. I'm in Missouri.
Yeah, okay. So this is in a part, this is in a part of the world that's, you got to be careful. So now look, here's your NOI. This is the number that controls the deal. Everybody looks at the price they're paying and the per unit. Dude, what I want to look at is this number right here. This is what pays your debt. So one thing you're going to have to do is figure out how the bank is going to lend money on these 3 or 4 separate deals. If this was one deal, I would go to Fannie Mae and say, I got 148 units. Fannie Mae's going to do this deal. They're going to love this deal. If it's 4 different buildings and 4 different locations, they're going to be like, well, this isn't quite what we thought it was. However, how much debt do you think you can get on this deal? Do you know?
Well, what I'm going to do is interest only for 3 years. I'm assuming a mortgage that's only 1%. These were originally LIHTC deals, low-income housing tax credit buildings.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming the limited partnership, getting the buildings.
Good.
So for 3 years, I get that 1% interest rate. So my debt's almost nothing.
Yeah. How much is the debt on the whole thing?
They're owned outright by the developer I'm buying them from, and then there's one mortgage that has $168,000 that I'm assuming at 1%.
Oh, okay. So you're assuming the 168. Okay, and then the seller's going to give you a loan for the rest?
Correct.
Yeah. So look, be careful, dude. Why does he so willing to give you a loan? It's like the girl that's so willing to go home with you. And then you find out 3 days later she had something to give you.
Really bad.
I work with him. He's another uncle. So, I get a discount, but he doesn't want the headache. He's retiring. And,
Yeah, well, okay, then that might be
income
it.
restricted.
The deal might be like, look, I just don't want to do the deal. If you can do that deal, dude, I like this deal, okay? But let's say at some point you got to go get debt on this deal. So even when you're doing a deal with your uncle, your buddy, and somebody wants to do a deal or favor for you, sooner or later, you got to go get some money. Sooner or later, you got to exit. So at some point, he's got to pay this guy off, right? And the sooner, by the way, the better. I want to pay my favors off before I pay money back.
And I'm putting down 20%, so I'm putting down $1 million on it.
Oh, you're going to put $1 million down?
And then in 3 years, $1 million down.
Okay, good. So 3950. Let me just do the 3950. $4 million times 0.0615. It's going to be 246. I mean, if he goes and gets a regular loan on this deal, okay, and he's got a rent cap. He can't raise the rents as much as he'd like to here. He put $1 million down. That's going to be your principal and interest right there, 246. Okay, so you're going to be making 100. You make 10%. About a 10% if you can raise the rents a little bit.
Yeah, I can raise them 7% a year, and then after 3 years, they all go market rate.
Oh, I love that, dude. I love that. What do you think the market rate is on this thing?
I should be able to increase it quite a bit. They're renting,
He don't know.
Low 400s right now, and markets upper 6s.
Yeah, the rents are 374. The rents are 374 right now, and he's saying in 3 years. By the way, you guys need to look at real estate as a long-term play. He's saying the rents in this thing is 650. He's renting for 374 right now across the board. If every unit is rented, he's renting for 374. Even in the Midwest, somebody will pay 650, man. Come on, okay? So watch what happens now. 148. Watch what happens to his value times 280 times 12. Oops, 148 times 280 times 90%, because he's not going to get it all on all of them, times 12. he creates $447,000 more value divided by 0.09. That's $5 million worth of NOI. Buy the deal, bro. Okay, let's go to the next caller. $5 million. By the way, I bought deals like this before that I bought it for $5 million and sold it for $10 million. Selling one right now. Right now, I refinanced one right now. I paid $5 million for it. I've been in it under 30 months. Jared invested with me. We paid $5 million for the deal. I refinanced it for 11 and a half. It was appraised for 11 and a half. They're going to give me $9 million. I only paid 5 for it, and it was just 2 years ago. Because I did what the other guy wouldn't do. I spit on it. I painted it. I kicked out Natalie and raised the rents on her cousin. Okay.
All right, you got Giovanni Banks.
Giovanni, what's going on, man? Been waiting for your call. Do you have a question or do you have a deal?
I do have a question, Mr. Cardone.
Come on,
thank
man.
you for taking my call, by the way.
Appreciate you like a brother.
To start off, I know nothing about real estate. So my question is, and I'm ready to take notes about this, what are the key factors that I need to know that's going to guarantee cash flow?
Okay, so two things you got to do. You got to read and you got to walk. Can you read? Can you read?
Yes, sir, I can.
Good, and can you walk?
I can walk.
And then you got to walk what you read. Okay, so dude, grab my book. Just pay for the shipping. I think the shipping's $6 or $8 or something. Somebody's like, that's expensive. Okay, good. I'll sell you the book for $30 and I'll take care of the shipping. Well, whatever, however you guys want to do it. You want to pay $30 and I buy the $8, or you want to pay the $8 and I'll send you the book. I wrote the damn thing, and I read it, and I walked it. I've walked, I don't know, maybe 150,000 properties, maybe more than that. I don't even know. Maybe 10 times that. So when you walk that much property, the book's going to tell you what you should be walking and what you should be looking at and what you should be looking for. It's like going to the golf course and they're like, you need to go to the range and hit a few balls. I'm like, yeah, but I don't know what to do when I'm at the range. Hit balls, but with what club? Dude, what am I hitting for? Like, what is it, a short shot, a long shot? What am I doing? I don't know what I'm doing. So you guys, I tell you, go look at real estate. What do you look for? What do you ask people? Like, you don't even know the right questions to ask. So the first thing I would do is, and by the way, I wouldn't just read my book. I would walk property. Read and walk. Read and look. Read and go on LoopNet. LoopNet did not exist. The internet didn't exist when I started buying real estate. Now you can go on the, walking means walking on the net. Rather than watching Netflix and Justified, good show, by the way, shit. Man, if you're weak for binging on TV, don't even turn on Justified. That's how good that thing is. I think I watched 2 seasons yesterday, fucking so good. Timothy Oliphant and Walter Coggins. I think it's Coggins. Freaking awesome TV. Okay, let's talk to the next caller. Dude, read and then walk what you read. That's the WWYR. You know what? People like me or don't like me. I know that, okay? People like me. The people that like me because I do exactly what I tell people to do. You're not going to meet one guy on the stage and another guy in the office and then another guy at home, okay? I'm pretty much a dick all the time, okay? I press on myself all the time. I press on other people all the time. You know, we put up one of my posters next door in the hallway. It says, don't be a little bitch. And my tenant over there, Marcus and Millichap, or whoever it is, no, it's Berkshire. They're like, oh, they were all offended. Is that what you believe? I said, yeah, that's what I believe. I had it right outside the women's bathroom. They got all offended. Yeah, don't be a little bitch. Don't be a little whiner. Don't be a little crybaby. Grow up. Walk those deals. You can't just read something. You can't just go to a seminar. Walk the deals. Okay, next caller.
Jeff in Chicago.
Jeff in Chicago, do you have a deal or do you have a question?
I have a deal.
Come on, man, bring it on.
How you doing, Grant? Just first off, want to say
people love the deal.
Appreciate being on the show today and looking forward to getting some feedback on this current deal. So
appreciate you.
Similar to the last guy, I'm looking at a portfolio here, about 6, 7, 8 miles outside of Chicago.
Okay.
Slightly west of the city.
I like
I'm
that.
looking at a 42-unit deal and a 68-unit deal down the street from one another.
Okay,
Same
like
seller.
it. Like it. So far, I like it.
42-unit deal. What's that?
Yeah, I like them both. I love the numbers. See, with these numbers.
42-unit deals listed at 1.8.
Okay.
And NOI current is 158,000.
Okay.
Rents are in the mid 500s. We can push them slightly higher.
Okay.
And on the second deal, that's a 1.8 list price, 42 units. Price per unit's around 43,000.
How much is this one?
It was built in 1930. On the second deal, 68 units.
Yeah.
List price is 2.2, trading at an 8.7 cap, 33,000 a unit, and the NOI on this deal.
Don't tell me. Don't tell me. Don't tell me. Don't tell me. Don't tell me.
Okay.
How about 191,000?
197,000.
Okay, good. So let me do the math on these deals, all right? I like this. I like the size of the deal. $4 million. What are you going to do for debt on this deal? Do you know?
We're going to do 80% LTV.
Yeah, good. So that's 20%. 20%. Oh, he's going to put 800 grand down. Okay.
We're going to put 750 down or so.
Okay, good. Whatever. You're not going to get approved with 750, but that's fine. Unless they're going to own or finance, are they?
No.
Okay, good. So you're not going to put 750 down. And by the way, you should plan on putting 800 down and have another 400 grand to fix up the property. Don't worry about it, bro. Look, if it's the right deal, you will always find the right money. The right money, smart money, always finds the right deals. You guys are like, I can't find the money. I don't know where to get the money. Find the right deal, and the money will find you. It's like getting rich. Beautiful women find rich guys. I see a beautiful woman with an ugly guy. I got so much respect for both of them. I'm like, damn, he worked his ass off. Ugly as sin. I mean, a face so ugly, looks like the backside of a freaking pug dog. Ass is uglier than a face. I mean, ugly. I'm like, that dude made money that ugly. Number two, I got to respect her for saying, hey, I'm going to do me some gold digging. Don't blame you, babe. I'm telling you something, I'd rather, if I was a woman, I'd be with an ugly guy that was rich before I'd be with a rich guy that was freaking broke. Mad respect, okay? And if they could figure out how to be happy, that'd be great. Okay, so check it out, dude. Hey, I'm getting there, bro. I'm getting there, man. You're just too serious, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these two deals together because I like them because they're a mile away, right? I'm going to put 800 grand down. $3.2 million is going to cost him. I'm going to assume principal and interest from the get-go. He should too, by the way. 204 principal and interest on both loans. That's $145,000. And he put 800 grand down, okay? How many years do I need? I need 6 years, and he's got his money back. That's a good deal. If he spends that extra money to raise the rents and he thinks he can, then go back to my little thing that I showed you earlier, okay? Remember the rent rise, the rent raise? Did I get rid of that one? Don't tell me I got, hey! Like I'm just going to add these numbers. If he could, do you think you can raise the deal $100 there?
I do over the next few years, yes.
Good. That's $36,000 of improved NOI. It doesn't matter how big his deal is. $100 is 36 grand of NOI. So watch what happens to his new NOI here. I'm sorry, his NOI is right here. His 349 of NOI that he's getting right now goes up by 36,000. Doesn't seem like a big deal, right? It's 450 grand improved value. That pays him back half his 800 that he put down. And he's already getting, I don't know, what's he getting on his money here? $145,000 a year. He only needs 6 years before he's got his money back. Divided by 800 grand. It's 18% return on his money. 18. 5 years, he's got his money back. Where can you get 18%?
So we offered a 3-4, and a few days ago we're waiting on a response on that.
Yeah. But why'd you do that, dude? Why'd you do that?
know-
Why didn't you just give the guy what he wants?
No, I hear you. You know, I think what sort of sketches me out, Grant, is the area is a little bit lower income. It's a little, you know, I'm not going to hang out there on a Friday evening. You know, I toured the deal twice on a Monday morning early. You know, I felt safe, but it's not. You know, I'm a little worried that.
Now we getting down to the sketch. So this is the other thing, dude. When the numbers look good, then you got to ask yourself, do I love this deal? Not only is he not going to go there on the weekends, he's never going to go there. This dude he doesn't want to go to this deal. You're not going to want to go there Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday.
No,
By the way,
I'll go there every day of the week.
No, you won't.
I'll go there every day of the week. It's,
you bringing your kids with you?
yeah, no, I'm not bringing the kids, but you know.
Yeah, you like I might bring my Glock.
I'm probably packing some heat. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm bringing Glock. Yeah, okay, now that's fine. If you can go through that, that's fine. But who are you going to sell it to in 4 or 5 years? Is that area growing or not? I want to buy stuff I love. Okay, I don't need to live there.
100% growing.
Okay, good. That's good then. You got to balance all that, okay? The sketchier the deal is, the bigger the risk is. But you got to also think about the exit. One thing I talk about in the book and in the program is how do I exit? When I buy, I already know my exit. I bought an 800 unit deal in Nashville, Tennessee. I told Jared when I closed on the deal, I guarantee this will be my buyer. Not the exact name of the company, but the type of buyer that would buy the deal from me. I was within. The only thing I underestimated is how much they were going to pay me. So know how you're going to exit. He needs to. You want to get your money out of the deal at some point.
What's interesting is the gentleman who purchased the properties purchased them in 2008, the height of the market here.
Yeah.
And he's not making more than a couple $100,000. I think in the next 10 years we end up getting a solid exit.
Yeah.
And it's literally down the street from a new police station now. So it's interesting.
Yeah, dude, I love that.
I love up the area.
I love that. Now you're telling me more that I love about the deal. The guy bought at the wrong time. He's weathered the storm. He can finally get out. He's probably exhausted with the deal. Now I understand why you offered him 3-4. Because at 3-4, all of a sudden this deal starts getting like stupid. Like at 3-4, if he's going to,
we just figured we see if it sticks to the wall. You know, put out an LOI, see if it sticks at all.
Yeah, but I mean, all I'm saying is, see, I would have gone in at $4 million. I'd have shut the guy down at $4 million. I'd have put him under LOI at $4 million, given him what he wanted, and retraded if I couldn't support the numbers. So I would have pulled up crime reports and found out there had been 17 people killed there since 2008, which probably isn't far off if you're in Chicago. And then I would have gone back and said, dude, because of the crime reports, the tenant, he hates the property and the tenants hate him now. He bought it the worst time you could buy it. Right?
I don't doubt it.
So then I would have retraded him after the fact, but I'd have him under contract today so he doesn't hear this call.
Majority of these units in both these buildings are studios at 350, 400 square feet at 97% occupancy.
Yeah. Well, that 97 tells you the rents can be raised.
How do you feel about converting some of?
No, I wouldn't convert donkey. The only thing I would convert, what are the rents right now?
Yeah, between 510 and 650-ish, contingent on the square feet.
Yeah, the only thing I would convert, I'd convert to 550s, all the 650s. And I'd take the 650 and I'd convert those to 750.
There's no parking fee.
Yeah, and then I would add something for me. I don't know if you're going to be able to pull the parking thing off, but the only thing I would do is start converting some numbers. I wouldn't convert the property. Because look, if you're in Sketchland, you know, they're not going to appreciate new countertops anyway. All they're going to do is tear them up, okay? I mean, you put new Formica on there, they're just going to be chopping the rock on the Formica. Okay, let's talk to the next call. I think you got a deal there, dude. I wish the deal was bigger. I'd buy it with you. Jan, man, Jan. Let's go buy something in Singapore, Jan. Jan, don't yawn. Jan.
Hi, AKZ.
Hello, my friend. Hello, my little friend. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I'm just calling from Southeast Asia.
Oh, that's awesome.
I'm from Myanmar.
Yema. I love
Yeah.
Yema, man.
Yeah.
One of the places we want to go to is Yema.
Oh, so you are most welcome. I'm so when you have a plan, so just call me.
Okay, good. Do you have a deal or do you have a question?
I have a question. So in my country, there is no multi-family apartment or like this real estate world in my country. So I want to do a real estate business in my country. So I have to buy a land and I have to build myself, and I try to make a multi-family apartment, and then I want to do this. So can you advise me what I should do? What is the best way for me to do this in my country?
Yeah, so I don't know enough about what the real estate landscape looks like, right? So a lot of these countries don't have multifamily like we have in America. Like if you go to Colombia, you're not going to see these kind of properties behind me. So you go to Dubai, I don't think you're going to see apartments in Dubai. You're going to see condos in Dubai. In Miami, along Miami Beach, you're not going to see apartments along Miami Beach. There's almost no apartments in Miami Beach. It's all condos. So I don't even know if that product exists there. I know this. Like in India is really creating a middle class right now. In countries where a middle class is being created, typically what you're going to see is a lot of homes. You're seeing this in China, a lot of homes, a lot of new homes, and they haven't gone to the rental formula yet. I don't know if that exists there or not.
Yeah. So we are a lot of homes, and there's a lot of land.
Yeah.
There's no, some condo are developing in the capital, but very, very few condo. But everybody fail. Nobody success in this real estate world.
Yeah.
So.
But dude, look, this is a big planet. This is a big planet. You guys that are in the Midwest, here's a gentleman from Yemen calling me in Miami. You guys need to reach in different parts of the world. By the way, you don't need to stay stuck in Yemen, and you guys in Missouri don't need to stay in Missouri. I know y'all think America is the greatest freaking country in the world, but the people that say that, how would they know? They've never been anyplace. Like, I can't tell you that America is the best place in the world because I haven't been to enough places. I've been to a lot of places. I got to tell you, Paris is pretty freaking exciting. London's unbelievable. Yeah. Like, so Yemen, I want to come to Yemen. I'm going to fly into Yemen. Where in Yemen do you live?
No, it's not Yemen. It's called Myanmar, which is between China and India.
Yeah, that's what I told my guy. My guy says it's Yemen, Grant. It's not. See, John. I didn't say that. I'm sorry. I was taking direction from Johnny, the camera guy. Yema. Yeah, it's in Southeast Asia,
Myanmar.
right?
Yes.
He said he was from Southeast Asia when he called in, and the next thing you do is bring me to the desert.
Yes.
So, dude, if you ever have a deal, send me the deal and I'll look at it, okay? How about that? Deal? Okay. Grant Cardone here in the Cardone Zone. We got one more caller on. Every Monday I do this for you, by the way. If you can call in with your deal, you can call in with a question. If you haven't gotten your book yet, they're going out today. We're sending 3,000 books a day out. So if you haven't gotten your book yet, look, we screwed up. I ordered 10,000. We had 30,000 ordered in 3 weeks. And by the way, we get new orders every day. It's not at Amazon. You can't get it on Audible. The only place you can get it is from your Uncle G. Okay, a lot of you are like, I'm going to wait till it's on Amazon. You stupid. Okay? I mean, goddamn it. All right, it's got to be on Audible or I can't get it. That's just dumb. Dude, get the book and read it. Okay? This book, if you don't read this book, I promise you, you'll read this book 3, 4, 5 times. Be the easiest thing you've ever read in real estate. Read the Millionaire Book. All my books are easy to read. But people are like, oh, amazed at how fast I can read your books. It's because I talk like you and I keep the words simple. Real estate is simple, okay? Look, if they're paying $500, the only way to increase the value of the property is to either get lucky. By the way, you got a chance of doing that in real estate. I got lucky on a lot of deals. Man, you're lucky. Yeah, but I bought it. See? I'm going to make money on that deal behind me right now. People will be like, oh, you got lucky. No, I wrote a check. I write my luck. The second thing is you raise the rents. It's the only two ways, or three, you do the old combo. And by the way, there's a lot of ways to raise rents. Sometimes you raise rents. People overcomplicate this. You raise rents just because you're like, shit, I'm raising the rents. Second rate is you drop a bunch of palm trees in a place. I guarantee I could sell my office building for more money than I paid for it just 4 months ago. All I did was take out some ugly ass oak trees that were freaking boxing a place up, put in $40,000 worth of palm trees, and I guarantee you somebody pay me another $1 million right now. Not a bad investment, 40 grand, $1 million, 25 times my money. Don't overcomplicate it. First thing you got to do is just decide, shit, I'm gonna raise the rent. Second thing, improve the exterior of the property. Third thing, you can actually give something to people. You know, washers, dryers, countertops, new floors, ceiling fans, better lighting. Okay, for every dollar I spend, I want 25% increase on my money for sure. I spend $100 on a unit, I want 25 bucks. Spend $1,000, I want 250. Okay, if you can't get the 250, don't spend the 1,000. Let's talk to you.
Daniel in Phoenix.
Danny, man, I love Phoenix, bro. Arizona is a renter's market.
Hey, Grant, how you doing? Thank you for taking my call.
Good to talk to you, man. There's a portfolio over there right now. I'm sniffing.
What was that?
I said there's a portfolio over there. I'm sniffing and my tail got kind of stiff when I moved up on it.
Right on. Hey,
Yeah.
Grant, I have a question and I have a deal.
Please, which one you want to do first?
Okay, so I'll do the question first. So my question is, how do you make sense of a deal if there's very little opportunity for forced appreciation? If the property has just barely recently been renovated, how do you approach an investor for a down payment?
Okay, well, I mean, I would the ultimate way to make sense of any real estate is cash flow. So he's asking a brilliant question right now. He's like, I'm buying a piece of property. Let's say he was going to buy the one from behind me. He's like, I'm going to buy that thing behind you, Grant. This is 204 units in Orlando. It's $50 million. I'm going to buy it. And the first way to make sense of any investment is cash flow. I talk about this in the book. All you guys that want to invest with me, your Reg D, your Reg A, non-accredited and accredited, you should read my book so you understand how I invest money. So I would tell you, Danny, to tell your investor, hey, where can you get, what's the cash flow on this bad boy?
Cash flow on this one, let's see. Actually, I have the NOI. I actually haven't run the numbers. I was going to wait for you to run the numbers.
Tell me what's the NOI?
It's $328,000.
Okay, what do you have to pay for this thing?
5.3 mil. 5 mil, 350,000.
5 million.
350,000.
Yeah. Okay. So you need to put about $1,350,000 down.
Let's see. I believe it's 35% is what the pro forma says.
Okay.
35% down.
Let's see how close I am.
Let's see. Oh,
I'm sorry. I missed it. About $1.8 million. So let's say you put $1.9 million down. Okay. So now I'm saying, hey, 328. He's putting $1.9 million down. He's going to finance 3.450. What's the 3.450? See, I'm not even looking at the deal right now. I'm just looking at the debt. I'm like, can I get a cash flow? Number one, do I love the deal? Two, will it pay me every month? If you take a job, look at it like a job. I'm going to go get a job. I want to go work for Grant Cardone. There's a tremendous opportunity. What's cash flow? What's my salary going to be? You guys worry about your salaries more than you do your cash flow, man. It's the same thing, right? So my money's going to work. His money's going to work. How do I pay him? So let me just see what that is. 328, 3.4 million, 3,450 times the 0.0615 is $212,000. So he gets to earn $100,000. He's earning $100,000 on 1950. He's earning 5.1% on his money. Hey man, how many places can you get 5.1% on your money and not lose your money?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, 5%. I need more than 5%. All right, where are you getting that now? This guy's got $1.9 million. This is what people say. I got to have more than 5% on my money. Dude, you're earning half of 1% on your damn money right now at the bank. Don't lie to me and you.
Okay, so let's just say that I were to purchase this piece of property right here, and the only thing that I was dependent on was cash flow, and it was bringing in $100,000 a year. So basically, I would just be waiting for appreciation to
so
get back to my investment.
this is what I would tell you. Well, he can't force anything here because it's already improved. He bought a new property.
Yes, the way that they're kind of selling this piece of property is they already did renovations, but they're saying that you could do a couple renovations on interiors and increase rent $50 to $100.
Yeah.
That's kind of how they're selling
Everybody
it.
says that, bro. That's the story of the day. Everybody thinks, oh yeah, they're going to do that. This is what I would do on the deal. I would get an interest-only loan on the deal, which would only cost you $155,000 a year. Oops, that's going to be 12. That's going to be 1. Now this dude's earning $173,000 a year for the next 5 years, divided by 1.9. Now he's earning 9.1% on his money.
Okay.
I would do an interest-only loan here. By the way, you got to love the property. How many units is this?
54.
Yeah, I don't love it anymore. Yeah. Let me ask you this. What's the location like?
The location is okay. The location is decent.
Yeah. Okay, you're in Phoenix?
They have
you're in Phoenix,
airport
right?
nearby.
Yeah. Now I'm liking
it
it less. Be careful in Phoenix, bro. You know what happened last time there.
Yeah.
Got a lot of new product in Phoenix. Probably doesn't have...
With this particular deal right here, I lied. I did run the numbers. I just don't have those in front of me. I just have the basics right now. So would you ever make sense of a deal? Would you ever try to make sense of a deal by putting more money down? That way you have less debt service?
No, you're already putting enough money down.
Oh, okay.
So, when you start having to put 50% down to make your deal right, you're paying too much for the deal.
Oh, okay.
Again,
that's exactly what I did too.
Have you ordered this yet?
No.
All 3 questions you asked, by the way, which are great questions of the day, by the way, are in the book.
Okay.
He's asking the right questions.
I was actually I was gonna purchase the book. I want to get the book.
Yeah, just handle the shipping. I'll send you the book, man. Okay, folks. Every Monday I come to you to talk about real estate. Tuesdays we interview a power player. Wednesdays my wife and I spend some time talking about how to stay together without punching each other in the face. Thursdays, Young Hustlers, and Fridays is the Cardone Zone, where I get you ready for the weekends. Couple things you don't want to miss. In 2 Saturdays, okay, this is going to be a sold-out event. A bunch of you tried to come to my last millionaire event and couldn't. It's a webcast. It's going to be 2 to 3 hours long, talking about exactly the secrets of the super wealthy and what you should be employing in your life to create super wealth. Do you buy a house? Do you leave equity in a house? Do you borrow money? Do you use retirement accounts? Okay, how do you save money? What percentage should you be saving? Where should you be putting your money to work? Some of the questions that were asked today were freaking awesome. The audience is getting more educated. With education, you start asking better and brighter questions. So it's grantcardone.com/secrets. You need to ask and not be an ass when it comes to the secrets that the wealthy know. Like how to avoid taxes, how to put them off for 3 lifetimes. I'm buying a property right now. I'm putting it in Sabrina's name. If I could get Sabrina to decide when she's going to have a kid, she's only 9, then we'd put it in the kid's name. Sam Walton did this years ago, by the way. Had Walmart completely structured in all the kids' names, so when he died, there was no estate tax. Not one penny. Because when he died, the property had already been transferred to the kids. Billions of dollars was transferred without a tax. These are the secrets that the wealthy have always known. These are the secrets, actually, that the J.P. Morgans and the DuPonts and the Rockefellers and the Rothschilds wrote into the code years ago. If you don't know them, you can't use them. And if you don't use them, you lose them. So we'll be doing that in 2 Saturdays. Grab it, grantcardone.com/secrets, grantcardone.com/secrets. If you want to come spend 3 days with me, 3 days, and all we do is what I just did, 3 days, you go to grantcardonebootcamp.com, grantcardonebootcamp.com, grantcardonebootcamp.com. There's only 250 people there. It's a 3-day event, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. You get to spend 3 days with me and my team talking about how to create revenue, how to increase revenue. You know, every caller that called today had one problem with the down payment. You know what that tells me? Ain't nobody knows how to get money, man. 3 days at this boot camp, all we talk about is how to get money. Who's got my money? How do you make contact with somebody? What would you have to exchange with people to get them to give you $2 million? Okay, there's plenty of people out there doing it, folks. It's not like, oh my God, I don't know how I'm gonna do this. It's been done billions of times. Billions of people today are gonna walk outside and do nothing and get some money. New York is full of people that do this every day, sitting up in these big freaking $1 trillion buildings. Give me some money. How about give me some money, give me some money. And you don't even know what you're getting. Okay, so if you want to come to the boot camp, if you need to fix your money, man, bring your spouse, your CFO. Let's find out what's holding you back. That's grantcardone.com. Heroes, firemen, policemen, military, nurses, and teachers, no principals allowed. grantcardone.com/hero. grantcardone.com/hero. Free seats, we got 200 seats left out of 1,000. grantcardone.com/hero. If you haven't bought your seat to the 10X Growth Conference, this will be the single biggest, most epic entrepreneur event in the history of mankind, going all the way back to Ben Franklin. Electricity was not created the last time something this big happened. Don't even skid yourself, which means shit in your pants. If you're not there, you just shit on your own life. Be there, man. Be there. I'm telling you, okay? Be there. GrantCardone.com. 10xgrowthcon.com. 10xgrowthcon.com. By the way, you don't even have to buy a ticket today. All you got to do is register and pay the transaction fee. I'll handle your damn seat myself. You're going to see some crazy shit there. 3 days. Y'all want to come spend it with me? It's going to be epic. Don't miss this, okay? We're almost sold out of those, by the way. When that ends, that ends. So grab that. I know you're coming either way. Right now, you don't even have to pay. If you want to be part of the Ambassador Program, tomorrow we meet at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's grantcardone.com/ambassadors. That's where I mentor an exclusive group of people, private Facebook group, private access to me. Every week we meet. And you get to go to the Growth Conference and be highlighted, showcased on the Jumbotron and through all our advertising and campaigns. We do a before and after. Okay, so we got some freaking super successes already after 3 weeks. Get in that before weeks slip by. You get the Growth Conference seat. You get Cardone University, I give to you for free to support you. I give you the weekly masterminds, and I give you a private support group to share within, all right? And that's a registration fee of $9.97. It's a steal, okay? That's probably, I don't know, $40,000. What I get out of it is I get to prove that I can spend once a week with people and change their financial situation. So the only agreement is you got to be willing to let me showcase your success. So I'm invested in you, okay? GrantCardone.com/ambassadors. If you haven't gotten the book, grab it. You can go to CardoneCapital.com/book, CardoneCapital.com/book. Or you can go to the Real Estate Club and join me at the 10X Growth Conference, where we're going to do something really special for our real estate investors. Non-accredited and accredited investors alike will be able to invest with us at CardoneCapital.com. My God, I got a lot to talk about. CardoneCapital.com, CardoneCapital.com. That's CardoneCapital.com. Okay, Rush Limbaugh coming for you, dog. Thanks for watching.
This will be our third fund. It's a $40 million fund. So we're giving people a chance now to say, hey, I want to be involved in big, giant real estate deals that pay money. These are deals that are doing anywhere from 160 to 200% returns. You put $1 million into a deal and you're coming out with $2 to $3 million, but it's going to take 10 years. This is not get rich quick, okay? If you're taking notes, write this down. Don't do the get rich quick, man. Go for the get rich for sure. I don't need to get rich quick. I want to get rich for sure. So I'm going to go from 4,000 units. How many do you think I should go to? I'm going to go to 40,000 units. This is what I'm going to do, and this is why I'm going to do this. I'm going to go to 40,000 units, and I'm going to get the whole world involved in it. You're either going to invest with me, or you're going to actually help me raise these funds. Okay, so when you see me on social media talking about other stuff, anything that you see me talking about, what I'm doing is building an audience so I can allow people to get in a vehicle to where everybody gets rich. Because let me tell you something, if you want to make happy customers for life, make them money. This will be our...